star of both of these dishes is soy curls. And yes, I do buy them in bulk like this. You can get them on Amazon or buy them directly from Butler. I'll put a link in the description box. Soy curls are my favorite meat substitute because they're minimally processed and there's only one ingredient, whole soybeans. And the texture is so meaty, you're going to love it. They're also gluten-free, so everybody can enjoy them. Now don't confuse soy curls with cheese curls. You can't eat them like this. These are a dehydrated product, so you're going to want to rehydrate them in hot water. So I'm going to soak these soy curls in hot water for about 10 minutes. While those are soaking, I am going to get some onions and peppers started for the barbecue soy curl sandwich. It will add a lot of juiciness and good flavor to the sandwich. Now, when the soy curls are soft, I am going to drain off all of the liquid, and then I'm going to press out the extra liquid. I want to get as much liquid out of these as possible so that I can get the soy curls to soak up more flavor. So now that these are drained, I'm going to chop these up with my kitchen scissors to make them as smaller pieces for my sandwich and also for my BLT salad. Now we're going to brown these in a nonstick skillet. Browning these soy curls is the key to good flavor in this sandwich. So you don't want to take any shortcuts here. You're going to want to keep these cooking for about 10 minutes and get some good color on them. Okay, through the magic of video, our soy curls have been browned. It took us about 10 minutes to get them this color. I want some of these for the B in my BLT pasta salad, and the rest of these are going to go into the barbecue soy curl sandwich. So for the sandwich, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of McKay's chicken style seasoning to the soy curls and a little bit of water to make sure that it mixes in really well. This will give a chickeny flavor to our soy curls before we add the barbecue sauce. You can keep that cooking until all of the water evaporates or soaks into the soy curls. And again, we're just going to keep this browning. And now we're going to add the barbecue sauce. You can add a homemade barbecue sauce. I'm going to put my homemade barbecue sauce from the cookbook in the description box below. But here's what I recommend. If you are serving this to people who have a favorite barbecue sauce or who are used to a certain flavor, whether it's Kansas City barbecue or North Carolina barbecue or whatever kind of barbecue, use that barbecue sauce on there and they won't even know that they're not eating meat. That sauce is what gives the flavor. So today I'm going to use Sweet Baby Ray's. It seems to be a favorite. I'm going to add about a cup to a cup and a half of the Sweet Baby Ray's. You can always add more or a little sauce depending on your sauce flavors and how juicy you want your sandwich to be. I'm also going to add a little water to thin this down because this barbecue sauce is a little bit thick and I want to make sure that it coats all of the soy curls. Now we're going to stir that in really well and continue to brown. This barbecue sauce will help the soy curls to brown a little bit more because there's some sugar in there. And there you have it. After a few minutes, it's going to look like this. And we can go ahead and add in our onions and peppers that we cooked earlier. And you can see I got a little bit of color on the onions and peppers too, so we got some good barbecue flavors. One of the reasons I like to use barbecue soy curls instead of a veggie burger or a vegetarian hot dog is because I don't particularly like to cross-contaminate my vegetarian or my vegan food with meat. And it also is hard on the grill master to try to keep things separate or to cook something that they're not used to cooking. If you put these soy curls into a crock pot and sit on the food table, it doesn't cause any trouble for your host. It's good to put a sign on it so that other people who are trying to eat vegetarian or vegan or gluten-free can know that it's good for them to eat without having to ask any questions. These are all done. I'm going to give them a try. Let's put them on a bun. I like to use a whole wheat bun when I make barbecue soy curls. It costs a little bit of extra money for the whole wheat buns, but it's totally worth it. And it shows people that even eating healthy can taste good. So let's make our sandwich. All right, let's put a healthy portion of these barbecue soy curls on here. If you have some coleslaw or some homemade pickles to add to this barbecue sandwich, you're going to put this sandwich over the top. But even this way, I promise you, you're going to love it. One of the best things about this recipe is, besides the fact that it tastes really good, is that you can put it in a crock pot and keep it warm throughout the whole barbecue, and you don't have to worry about contamination with the other products that are being cooked on the grill. You can keep your stuff separate. I'm going to fill a crock pot with these barbecue soy curls, and I'm going to take it to the barbecue. Let's get started on the B for the BLT Pasta Salad. This recipe is from my Kidlicious cookbook. I'm going to make the B from the BLT salad and the BLT wrap. To do that, I'm going to put all my ingredients in this cup. Let's do 3 tablespoons of Bragg's liquid aminos. You can use low sodium soy sauce if you'd like. I always keep Bragg's on hand because I love the flavor of it. Here's 1, 2, 3. Pinch to go on. I like a little extra sauce, so I'm going to put a little extra in there. The next ingredient is liquid smoke. I like to use the hickory flavored smoke. Either one of these brands is really good. And we need 2 tablespoons. One. Need to open the other container. We see a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. You can also add a little salt toward the end if you need to, but the Bragg's or the soy sauce is very salty, so you probably won't need extra salt. And then I also like a little bit of cayenne pepper. Before you add the sauce, you're going to want to make sure that the soy curls are nicely browned, just like this. Okay, it's time to add the sauce. Make sure you stir that in really good so that every piece of soy curls gets covered with the sauce. And then you're going to brown that just a little bit more before we add the maple syrup. And we want to add the maple syrup last so it doesn't burn too quickly, but we want that maple syrup to caramelize. All right, it's time for the maple syrup. I'm going to let that cook for just a minute, and I'm going to set that aside while we put together the BLT salad. For the salad part, we're going to use romaine lettuce, tomatoes, some kale and spinach that I've chopped up. This is left over from another recipe, so I'm just going to use that to use it up and add a little bit of nutrition to my salad. And we also are going to use some cabbage. I typically use purple cabbage for the color because we're supposed to eat the rainbow, and purple is another color that we like to add. But I didn't have any purple cabbage, so we're using white cabbage today, or green cabbage. And it's really good with nutrition, and it'll make a nice crunch in our salad. And then I have some cavatappi pasta here. This is, you could use regular pasta, you could use fiber added pasta, or you could use a whole wheat whole grain pasta or a chickpea pasta. I find that chickpea pasta does not taste as good when it's cold. I like chickpea pasta when it's hot, but for a cold salad, I'm not a huge fan. So let's get chopping. I'm going to show you how I chop up lettuce to make sure you get smaller pieces. One thing that makes a salad better is if the pieces are smaller and bite size. If you can only get a piece of lettuce in your mouth at one time, then you're not tasting the whole salad. You want everything chopped the same size so you can get a little bit of the cabbage, a little bit of the lettuce, a little bit of pasta, a little bit of tomato, all the stuff in one bite. So what I like to do is chop it down like this, and then again like this, and then I hold it together, flip it over, and I chop it down the middle again. And then I just chop like this. At this point you can wash it and dry it off, or put it in a salad spin or something like that before you put it in your salad. You do not want wet lettuce in your salad. It'll go bad so quickly and it will ruin your salad. So, okay, the lettuce is all done. We're going to add some of this cabbage. And we're going to add some of our greens. This is for color and for nutrition. And we're going to add our pasta. And then the last thing we need is tomatoes. Let me chop those up for you. I like to use a sharp serrated knife to cut up a tomato. And then I just cut out the top. I'll cut down the sides like this. And then cut it into small pieces. Now you could use grape tomatoes for this, or cherry tomatoes, whatever tomatoes you have. This is really a great salad when you have garden tomatoes. It's almost time for. And you can also add as many tomatoes as you like, or as much lettuce as you like. I'll have the recipe I use in the description box below so that you know some measurements. But salad is not really a science, it's like an art. You do what you want, you do what you like. This salad dressing is super easy. It's what you would typically find on a BLT sandwich. It's mostly mayonnaise. I like to use Hellmann's mayonnaise because it's easy to find at the grocery store. It calls for about 3/4 cup of mayonnaise. So let's go ahead and put that in our bowl. Here's our mayonnaise, and now you want 1/4 cup of lemon juice. And you've heard me say it before. Yes, it's okay to use bottled lemon juice for certain recipes. If having to squeeze lemons and having lemons on hand is going to keep you from cooking homemade food, then you're better off using a bottle. That's what I say. Okay, so in here we're also going to add some sweetener. I'm using some cane juice crystals or unrefined sugar. And then the last ingredient is chicken style seasoning. This is McKay's chicken style seasoning. I've told you about it before. I'll put a link in the description box below. I use it in a lot of recipes. And there's a tablespoon of that. I also buy this chicken style seasoning in bulk because I use a lot of it. That is the entire dressing recipe. So we're going to set that aside until we're ready to add it to our pasta. Let's go check on our soy curls. Oh my, don't these look great? These are juicy and yummy. A little crispy now because they cooled off. Let's put these in here. I forgot to tell you, it's a good idea to make extra of the B from the BLT pasta salad because then you can eat it all week long on your salads. It is so good. It's also good in a wrap. You can make a BLT wrap. And I like to throw a little avocado in there. It makes it a really nice wrap. So let's put our dressing on. All right, there we go. I think I need something else to stir this with. Let me grab some tongs. There we go. There we go. Let's give our BLT salad a stir. Let's give our BLT a toss, a stir, however you want to call it. Salad is going to be a huge hit when you go to visit your friend's barbecue. I promise you, even the meat eaters are going to love this. Let's get this wrapped up so we can take it to the barbecue. So here is your last tip for surviving a summer barbecue. Give yourself a treat. If you tell yourself you can never have any of your favorite foods again, you're going to fall off the wagon. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to go into this barbecue. I want you to survey what's there. I want you to decide what treat you want to give yourself. Maybe it's potato chips. Maybe it's your mom's potato salad. Whatever it is that you really love, I want you to remember that. But I want you to eat all the healthy food first. Eat the food that you brought. Eat some watermelon. Eat some other fresh fruits and vegetables. And then give yourself that treat. You're going to eat less of it because you're eating it after you're full. And you're going to feel more satisfied and happier because you got to eat your favorite foods. And you're not going to leave the party feeling like you missed out. I love summer food. This looks so good. If you're still looking for some summer barbecue recipes, you're going to want to subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell. There's a new potato salad recipe I've been wanting to try that doesn't call for mayo. Why don't you check out this recipe and see how that potato salad came out?